Hey! Where's the diamonds?
I thought this was great, and the fact that it was terrible, it's legitimately torture. But I thought it was well done, and I thought their use of sound, especially in this, really enhanced the feeling that the audience had while they were watching it, and really put you in the middle of the scene, or made you feel like you were in the middle of it with the main character instead of just witnessing what was happening, which can happen a lot with movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all know that that's what a movie is. You're watching a story happen, but I think that this used the sound design as a really interesting way to kind of drop you into the scene itself. And then I thought that the fight choreography was really well done. I have a lot of respect, and I really love watching fight scenes because the amount of work that I know goes into it when it doesn't seem like any work at all, I think is really impressive.
Waterlogged. Some of the things that I really like about this piece are in its technical aspects, alongside its very straightforward plot, which is always really appreciated, I feel like, in super shorts, particularly, to keep things as simple and succinct as possible. I love its lack of music other than, the score at the end credits. I think it made it all feel much more real and raw and visceral. The fight sequences are very expertly choreographed. This work, in terms of the fighting, felt very professional scale. And they weren't really afraid to get down and dirty in it, you can tell. And then lastly is the lighting, that permeating blue light that really lights the scene throughout, gives it so much style and personality, which I think was really impactful for the overall piece itself. It's really well done.
This film, Waterlogged, was a really cool film. To start, I loved the colors and the aesthetics. I thought it was really cool to look at. And I really, most of all, loved the way they played with the sound. The waterlogged ears kind of effect, and the hard hearing or muffled hearing, and like kind of it jolting itself when she gets pushed around. I think that was really cool. And also trying to escape while having to deal with that was something really unique. And I also really liked the action elements that they included, and I think that for such a short film, they were able to make it simple enough in the plot that it wasn't the important part, but there was enough for it to be interesting, while also keeping our attention on the film's focus, which was the sound elements.
Waterlogged. Yeah, this was a perfect kind of action short film because it was under 3 minutes, concise, very compact, colorful, tells you everything you need to know within the first 30 seconds. Yeah, an interesting use of color, a vibrant action sequence, perhaps not totally realistic, but I think it made sense in the cinematography of the short. It's all quite vibrant and eccentric, and the use of sound use of subjective sound is great because it pulls you right into the character. If it wasn't for that kind of choice, I feel like the sense of freedom that she gains after that moment wouldn't have been as impactful as it was when she regains clear sound. If there was a sense of like subtext of sort of like what was the story under the story kind of thing, behind the story, sorry, then I feel like it would have been even more interesting. Why are we rooting for her? What does her regaining freedom symbolize on a cultural, social, or emotional level? But regardless of this, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's action, so it's not necessary to have some sort of deep subtext.